Okay, hi, I'm Amber Hindmarch. I'm a student athlete here at UCT and I'm also a marketing student. I first got into cycling because of my dad. He really enjoyed cycling and it was just something that we did together. It was something that we, like a way for us to bond and have fun really. Um, and then I managed to start racing and I got quite good at it. And when I finished high school, I realized UCT had a cycling team. And so I decided to come to UCT specifically for the cycling team. I had no idea what I was going to study. I just kind of showed up here and chose a degree and hoped for the best, really. There's a lot of alumni that have come through UCT cycling that have been extremely successful, and especially on like a world stage, on a Commonwealth stage, they've done really well. They've been national champions, all of that kind of stuff. And UCT cycling offered me a platform to grow as an athlete. So it was a phenomenal way to just start and then in a low pressure environment really just grow not only as an athlete but also as a person. Yeah. I would love more people to just be on bikes. I I love cycling. I enjoy it so much and it takes you so many amazing beautiful places. There's incredible places where you can cycle all around Cape Town. There's Chapman's Peak, there's Sekobosi, there's Landudno. You can go ride your bike anywhere. And I think I would I would love to share that with more people. For me, so a normal day, I normally try and get my university work done first because that's still like that's my focus. That is my priority still at the moment. So in the morning, I'll come to campus. I'll sit in Oppenheimer Library and I'll study normally, and then I'll go to lectures. And then after lectures, I'll go to the gym, or I'll go to the track and I'll go do my training. Yeah. The first memory I have of cycling was doing the Cape Town Cycle Tour has like a kids version, and so I remember my dad would make me and my brother train for the kids Cape Town Cycle Tour, and so I think this is probably my favorite memory as well. Is being I think we were in Takai somewhere, and we were just like I was just racing my brother, and we were just like riding our bikes as fast as like we could, in preparation for this race. But it was a kids race really, so it was like 10 kilometers or something. But like we were out there training, and it was such a amazing bonding experience that I had with my dad. Yeah, probably like 5 or 6. Yeah. Um, So I think I did do endurance cycling. I did a lot of road cycling, all that kind of stuff. And I've recently switched to doing more sprint and explosive cycling on the track. And so a really good memory for me was when I went to Europe in December with my coach and my manager. And we just like explored and did what races we could, and I met so many like incredible, amazing people, and yeah, that was a great memory. Um, Another one is starting Learn to Ride at UCT. Honestly, like it fills me with so much joy. Like it fills my heart with so much joy. It makes me so excited to see people learning to ride a bicycle for the first time, and like that moment when you see like they get it, like they suddenly like something clicks, and then they're there and they're pedaling and they're steering, and it's like I feel so amazing because it's like wow, like they've just unlocked this like new level of like freedom of transport, of travel, of like there's so many new things that are open to them now. So yeah, like that's definitely a great memory. Sure. So I started road cycling when I was quite young, um, and at the time the like all of the women that I looked up to, they all had a particular physique. They were very thin, very lean, and I wanted nothing more than to look like how they looked. Um, and I actually developed quite a serious eating disorder because of that. I was less focused on being a good athlete and more focused on looking like a good athlete. And mentally, that just like it destroyed me. My results completely tanked. I just like my performance was horrendous. Um, and I realized I was like, I just like I can't keep living like this anymore. I need to change something. And the thing with track cycling as opposed to road cycling is that it's a lot more explosive. You need that explosive power. Like you have to have it, and it's kind of more for like the bigger girls, the people who are more muscular. Like I've always had a lot of muscle on my body, and I felt like in road that was a little bit of a disadvantage, but in track it's like such a huge advantage for me. Um, so yeah, like I think I switched because I saw a path where I could truly be myself and I didn't have to like fit into a mold that didn't quite fit me because I didn't have that physique. I don't know so much if cycling has taught me discipline, but like being a student athlete has taught me a phenomenal amount of discipline. Like you cannot waste time. Like every second you need to be doing something. Like um, you either like studying or training or you're sleeping or you're eating. Like that's pretty much the life I live really. Um, so I think that's really taught me a lot about like what I am capable of and like what I can do. Um, yeah, and it's taught me a lot of discipline. Like it's taught me like I can't drink. I often can't like go out and party because it like ruins my training and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's taught me how to manage myself in a way that is beneficial to the goals that I want to build. Yeah. Sure. My parents have played a huge role. I think, of course, like they've provided me with an environment in which I can train. I like they've encouraged me to eat healthy and all that kind of stuff. So they've really provided me with a great environment to grow. My coach, he's an Olympian. He's actually been to the Olympics twice. He's an amazing mentor for me, and he's really taught me a lot about like the discipline, and he's really shown me what it actually takes to get there, and that really opened my eyes. My manager has just like yeah, like she doesn't take nonsense. So um, there's a lot of times when like I'll be in my head like before a race or that kind of thing, or I'm nervous and whatever, and she just has this way of being able to like calm me down and bring me back to the present moment. So she's really done a lot for me. And then I think like there's a lot of people just here and there at UCT that have done a lot. So when I first arrived at UCT, I was a little first year, um, and like I didn't know anyone in the cycling club. I didn't know anyone at UCT, um, and then the vice chair of the cycling club at that time, she kind of like mentored me. She took me under her wing. She showed me like how the committee works. She showed me like how to do the marketing and all that kind of stuff. And she really helped me like see what was possible at UCT. And yeah, she helped me get through like learn how to like survive as a student athlete, like all the things that you need to know, like DP and like all that kind of stuff that can really catch you out. So she's really played a huge role. Yeah. I just want to say thank you, mom and dad. This sport has taken me so far and has helped me grow so much as a person. And I would not be where I am today if I didn't have my first sponsors. And that's truly like you guys believed in me before anyone else did, before a coach did, before any sponsors did, before any team did. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So I would particularly love to work in sports marketing. So I really I want to combine the two, and I believe that there's lots of opportunities to combine the two. The reality is, as an athlete in South Africa, we don't really, most of us don't earn salaries. Like, we don't get paid for what we do. We do it out of like the love for the sport. Um, but then the only way to actually make that sustainable is for us to work with brands. So I want to learn how to connect the two, how to connect brands and athletes, so that this this can actually be a sustainable way forward, and so that South African athletes don't have to feel like we don't have a future because there isn't an income. Um, yeah. So I've raced African Championships before. This is my fourth time that I'm going to go do this event. Um, I've had a lot of second and third place finishes. I haven't really got an individual win yet, so that's one. That's my big goal. I would love to have that. Um, and yeah, like I won national championships, which was quite a big event. So I think my preparation has really just been taking that all that momentum from nationals and continuing to build it towards African championships and hopefully some more racing in the future. Yeah. I think for me, and this is something that I would love UCT students to really see and understand, is that anything really is possible. And there are only 24 hours in a day, but you can do a lot of things with that time. um, and like I've been able to study and to train and to perform at this level and to travel and all that kind of stuff. um, and it's almost been like working two jobs in a way, or having like two different lives. um, but it's really, like, to me it feels like it's shown me what is possible and what I can do. And I would love if it can like show other people really like what can be done. That you think that school is everything, that university is everything, but like there's a whole world out there, and it's important to really have that balance between the academics and other stuff. Yeah. I would say your environment is everything. Really, it truly is. Your environment can make or break you. So you need to make sure that you have friends that are also motivated. So friends that have the same sort of goals as you. And that's what I found at the UCD cycling team. That's the whole reason I went there, was so that I would be surrounded by people that really had the same goals as me. And they're not just athletes, they're athletes and students. So we're all sort of going through the same thing of like, we're trying to train, yeah, we're trying to train, but we're trying to study, and we're trying to like be two things at the same time, and it's incredibly difficult. But um, yeah, it's really been amazing. There has, in the sense that I've been very focused on training recently, and I've had the experience of racing in Europe. So racing in Europe is just, it's a different beast. Like the athletes there, they get paid to be there. Like they're there and it's their full time job. Whereas for us, it's like there and it's our sort of like part time. We're just trying to squeeze training in where we can, so that we can also like have money to live and all that kind of stuff. Um, so it's really like racing with those girls and seeing how strong they are. That really helped me up my game. Yeah. My name is Amber Hindmarch, and I'm a marketing student at UCT.